wins, they could be as high as a 2 seed. I think if Penn wins, they're probably likely to slide into that 3 spot because they lost a head-to-head game with the Georgetown Hoyas.
Opening face-off, Zusai and Ramsey, and it's Ramsey for Yale to pick it up. Yale won the battle at the face-off, and Thomas Bragg lost it. Comes back to Brandow. Carson Cool. 6 and white, Leo Johnson, the second quarterback, as Montfort spins it to Brandow. And Matt Brandow gets the scoring start.
But also uses his body extremely well. You see the pass there and just that little dip inside, and he uses his shoulder to create a better angle there.
To Tevlin. Hesitates. Feeding the crease, shot inside, save Birkinshaw off the foot. Batted in the air, and there's Farrar, who lost it. It comes back to Lions. New 60 for Yale. Here comes Sharp, and he scores. Right down the alley, Brad Sharp, the freshman out of California's second-team All-Ivy, and he's the best athlete on this team.
Paul mentioned rebounds. Well, this is a nice save initially by Birkinshaw. Becomes a rebound. First chance grounders. Play not made. Lions does the hustle. Re-triggers the possession. Sharp down the alley. Great looking young.
Here's Gabe Fury. He's been a tough matchup for defenses down the stretch. Now Bedard. Sam Handley. 3 goals, 4 assists Friday. Finds Ben Smith.
To more. You see him behind the goal, front swinging. Defender catches him. And Handley with a quick assist. Handley always got his eyes up, Kark. He's a true dual threat. He'll run you over, but he's always willing to make the right.
Bedard had 4 goals in the late season win against Albany. That was right before the Ivy League tournament. Now Tynan Walsh. He's got the short stick. Fake, not yielding an inch to Gergar. Right on the doorstep. It's Walsh to Schultz, and Penn pulls even.
Quint, you mentioned earlier how critical it was for Penn to clear the ball. Well, it's critical for Yale to get it out of their defensive end and put it in the hands of their playmakers like Matt Brandow and Leo Johnson. Just a basic transfer puts this defense in a tired spot, and Tynan Walsh, I mentioned he might miss those
Bragg against the short stick. There's Bragg, right hand hammer, little penthouse parmesan from Thomas Bragg. It's 3-2 Yale, and Lions comes to check on Bragg.
I thought he was a lefty.
He is.
I thought he was a lefty, Coach. You had him scouted as a lefty. And he switches things up and splits to his right. He comes up, it looks like maybe a hand or wrist injury. From distance, painting a corner from the end zone.
Of Lacrosse, starting to produce real talent over the last decade. Here's Gergar, ties it at 3. 6 goals now in this Ivy League tournament.
That's 2 goals now where offensive players are being dared to use their weak hand, right? Thomas Bragg is a lefty. They dare him to go righty. Dylan Gargar is a righty. They dare him to go left, and he makes them pay. He's put together an incredible 40-plus goal season. We got a dandy up and
some common ground. Quint's current pocket square.
Yes.
Is a packet of Fun Dip.
You were mentioning the selection show, too. Who's in, and there's some drama. The one piece there isn't drama in the men's and women's.
Who's number 1?
On both. I mean, Maryland men's and North Carolina women's have separated themselves by a country mile.
If the committee wastes more than a nanosecond on debating who's number 1, that's time you'll never get back. Here comes Fury. Bounce shot and a score, and Penn.
He's a hero against St. Joe's when this Penn team was down 10-5, and he turned it up in the fourth quarter. Unassisted right here. He demands a double team, and so that's why Penn has had great success. You got Handley, you got Fury, you've got
Had a 7-point game in the semis. Gergar swims inside, no flag. It'll reset the shot clock. Now we saw Eric Dobson knock down some long-range shots in the fourth quarter for Notre Dame yesterday. Utah lost to Robert Morris on a 13-yard game winner. Lions beats Birkinshaw, extra man goal.
The corners are going to be open. So you see in the top left of your screen, Bragg's being shaded and shut. If you can make that skip pass, you will have time and room to set your feet.
perfect execution, and Lions makes that look easy.
Fury working on Eschbach. Sam Handley's been neutralized early on. Fury unleashes fire.
Stud.
You know, so much of what you see from midfielders and dodging comes down to confidence.
Yeah.
And somewhere this season for Gay, I saw it in the fourth, their youngster Tynan Walsh, 60.
Here comes Schultz, part of the second midfield. To Jacoby, over to Handley. Skip pass to Jacoby, his second goal.
Play available. He's double teamed, he spins it, and then the skip pass. Defense is on the carousel, they're struggling.
He doesn't force things, but he's aggressive, some speed and shoot to get down the alley. Pure, clean separation. I think Fury has been the man of the match offensively for Penn.
Penn goalie Patrick Birkinshaw has 9 stops, coming in off a 20-save semifinal effort against Brown. The Virginia transfer has been really, really strong. Body saves. He's really light on his feet and moves from pipe to pipe. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing.
Quint, you know, we talked early, how would having Farrar play close defense work out for Penn as the Quakers have another chance unsettled. Gergar, right hand, bingo! His second goal, his 7th of this Ivy League tournament. And he's now had at least 2 goals in every game this season for Penn.
Little execution, breaking the ride with the long pass.
You know, they've struggled in terms of capitalizing on clearing the ball, the basic transfers. This is not a basic transfer by any stretch. It's a Hail Mary, and they get the numbers game. And if you watch Dylan Gergar throughout the course of the season, this is his money spot. This is where he scored.
One goal away now from his 8th hat trick of the season. He was on that 2019 quarterfinalist team, the 4th attackman. Got to watch and learn from the likes of Adam Goldler and Simon Matthias. Another goal for Penn. They have doubled up Yale now. It's 8-4.
Penn playing like they got fresh legs here in the second half.
Jack Schultz.
4-4 tie. Suddenly now Yale's offense has hit a quagmire. Schultz has got a pair today.
Quagmire's up the road in Quahog.
Just beating his man topside, no help. Isolates against the shorty.
Talked about Brandow being assertive. Like, how many times have you actually seen Brandow go to the rack today, Anish?
Not many. Here's Handley going to the rack. Bang! Play it again, Sam.
Too big, too fast, too strong. You don't send the double team, you got no shot. He'll run right over you and run right through you.
Can give you that dual threat quarterback, the combo.
Sam Handley thought about it from 12 yards. Instead, it's Gergar. A hat trick for the senior from a nap.
Pillars of that 2019 Penn team when he played alongside Simon Matthias and Kyle Gallagher, Kyle Thornton. Was it Matt Dunn?
Here's Brad Sharp. Bright future ahead. His shot is blocked. It's been a long time since Yale has found the back of the net.
That play encapsulates
Type level quarterback. I haven't seen him even attempt to go to the rack much today. Is he banged up?
Remember, he had the shoulder injury earlier this season. Gergar, that's number 4, Penn, making this a runaway.
the impact that Jack Schultz, a senior from Charlottesville, Ben Bedard, a graduate student from Annapolis, have had on this game. And who else? Well, Gagar, what is he? A senior. Penn's veterans have showed up here today in Providence, 60 minutes.
There's Fury. He's got the short stick Oken. Now Ben Smith back up to Fury. And the Quakers continue to cash in. The lead balloons back up to 7 at 12-5 with 1:35 to go in this third quarter. That was Bedard.
Yeah, that's a crusher, right? You felt the momentum. Quint, you were talking about the bench and the feel of Yale to make a run here.
Late in the shot clock.
Yeah, that's the breaker right there. You're late in the shot clock. You got to press out on the shooter there.
Get to his hands, impact him in some way. That's really Paul Ketting are key in NCAA tournament games.
Here comes Kropp.
Give the ball to 41.
Over to Leo.
There he is.
Now Brandow. Got a nice pick from Tevlin. 25 seconds. Brandow's got the shorty bond. Brandow shoots, scores. The alpha. Andy Shea calls him the...
Watch how well that pick is set. And what does it do? It changes the matchup. Advantage Yale. Brandow now. His teammates get out of his way. He slices left-handed down the alley. So, surprised Penn didn't go earlier and flush the ball out of the...
He found more of the middle of the field to drop his plant foot to create a better angle.
Here comes Ramsey off the clamp. Fire save Birkinshaw. Still time left. Johnson retrieves. Back up top. Step down Hackler. Birkinshaw again. The denial. In transition. Outlet to Bedard. Final seconds. Bedard. Gergar. One more. Ben Smith beats the buzzer. Ho-ho! Fireworks to end the third.
This is nuts.
That was awesome.
Yes, Brandow gets 2 goals in 58 seconds. Look at this. Look at the clock, game clock.
It's got to be out of his pocket before zeros.
It
That's
is
good.
And there is no review.
No need.
Man,
Don't
end
get
to
that
end.
Yale would go on to win it all in 2018. Bedard, 14-7. This Penn team peaking at the right time.
Tell you, Bedard, 8-6 on the year, Clark. He's having a day today.
He is. This Penn team has showed they have multiple perimeter shooters. Dylan Gergar, Cam Rubin, Gabe Fury, and Bedard comes to the party. He's got 2 high lefty wing shots in the second half, and he beats Paul.
The 2.
So you're going to have a 3-seed Penn. If you're the 3 seed, that first game is not easy in round 1.
The play-ins are likely to be Delaware, Robert Morris, Manhattan, and Vermont, leaving teams like Richmond.
Sam Hanley does it again. He throws the stick. He's fired up. The big fella knows the Quaker train can't be stopped.
Richmond, St. Joe's, and the Patriot winner. This guy.
Yeah. You're seeing how fired up he is, too, after goals.
And they put him behind the goal. This is where he started the season. He was basically playing attack in their season-opening game, a 2-goal loss to Georgetown. And so he's comfortable back there. And, again, you don't double point the other night, though. Walsh is less likely to be shorted. That is,
yes.
The other team is not going to double pull like they have with Cam Rubin.
Birkinshaw says, hey, that one was on me. Yale with the extra man, able to get one back. It's 15-8. 8:44 to go in regulation. Crazier things have happened, but the road looks long right now for the Elis. One more look.
It's Leo Johnson here on the high crease. You show the quick hands in the release.
explain
It
that.
doesn't seem to be there any balance or symmetry in Division I men's lacrosse scheduling.
Yeah, explain the volume of games and the disparity as we get Brandow tallying his 4 goals, his 4th goal. Explain the disparity in terms of the total number of games played and why that's okay in lacrosse.
I don't know if it is, and I don't know why it happens, but Notre Dame only has 12. Duke has 17. That's a 30% difference in a sample size when you're picking tournament teams.
And
what other sport deals with that?
Well, it's the same reason why the RPI doesn't work in this sport, right? It's meant for a sport like basketball with, 40 games and 350 teams. So more to your reason, right? Where the playoff criteria.
I think Penn ends up being your number 3 seed. Georgetown's the 2. They beat Penn head-to-head. So Yale and Princeton probably will jockey for the 4 and 5 spots. Does Handley get one more? He sure does. He's got a swagger, a brazen swagger.
He's unbelievable. We talk about the Ivy. I mean, Princeton does have those 2 big wins in their pocket, though, right? They have the Georgetown win, the Rutgers win. But
they
what
destroyed
Penn has
Rutgers.
done, what Penn has heavily on one piece of criteria over the other one, that can fluctuate each year.
Well, one piece of criteria that matters is the championship trophy, and it belongs to Penn once again. The last time an Ivy League tournament was staged, it was Penn at the top of the heap in 2019. It's Penn again in 2022. 16-9, the final score. Their series against Yale, the last 4 meetings, all decided by 1 goal. Today, Yale got off to the fast start. Boy, after 4-4, a 7-0 run by Penn. Sharpie, that was the ball game.
Dylan Gergar, Sam Handley, and the goalie, Patrick Birkinshaw. Awesome.